Very good morning to all of you, my friends. I hope you guys are doing good. In the last two sessions, we discussed few points relating to overheads, wherein we discussed the meaning of overheads. Thereafter, we discussed how to distribute overheads, that is allocation, apportionment. Further reapportionment, wherein we discussed how to distribute, how to reapportion the overheads of service department to the production department, wherein we discussed few methods. Now, let's start with the remaining part of the chapter. We'll continue with the absorption of overhead. In the previous session, we discussed what's the reason behind absorption, what's the utility of absorption, how to absorb the overheads. So now let's proceed further. I hope you guys have solved all the questions relating to distribution of overhead. So now let's proceed further with the various methods of absorption. Now, in the previous question, I have discussed that we can absorb the overheads on the basis of labor hours, machine hours, but there are many more ways to absorb the overheads. So let's start, guys. Now, the method of absorption, that is on what basis the overheads can be absorbed. So it can be absorbed on the basis of direct material. Overheads can also be absorbed on the basis of direct material, wherein how to absorb, that is total overheads divided by the total direct material into 100. Herein we will get the answer in percentage form. Let me discuss this with the help of an example. Let's say my total overheads are 4,50,000 and my direct material cost is, let's say, 9 lakh rupees. So herein, what will be my absorption rate? Very simple, guys. 4,50,000 divided by 9 lakh into 100, that is 50%. So whatever the material cost is incurred, of that material cost, 50% will be my overheads. So let's say I have received a job order number 2611, wherein the material cost is, let's say, 10,000. The labor cost is, let's say, 8,000. My direct expenses are, let's say, 7,000. So therefore, my prime cost will be how much? 25,000. Now, when talking about overheads, we have already calculated the absorption rate. That is, whatever the material cost is incurred, of that material cost, 50% will be treated as overheads. So my material cost is 10,000 for this job into 50%. So 5,000 will be my overheads and my total cost of this job will be 30,000. So if the overheads are absorbed on the basis of material cost, the answer is calculated in percentage form. So herein 50% is my absorption rate. That is, whatever the cost incurred in respect of material, 50% will be my overheads. Now, let's discuss few more points. Now, it can be absorbed on the basis of prime cost. One more point I want to discuss about this basis of absorption. See, if the department is more of material based, I mean material intensive department, wherein the major cost is associated related to material. I mean the production department is more of like material ज़्यादा use होता है और material based है production department. Therein we use this method of absorption wherein we absorb the overheads on the basis of direct material. Further, it can be absorbed on the basis of prime cost also. Again, the same approach, overheads divided by prime cost into 100. Further, it can be absorbed on the basis of labor hour that I have already discussed. That is overheads divided by labor hour. Herein हमारा आंसर जो आएगा वो आएगा ओवरहेड्स पर आवर. यहाँ पे जो 2 पॉइंट्स है इसमें आंसर आ रहा था परसेंटेज में, बट व्हेन टॉकिंग अबाउट लेबर आवर विल बी गेटिंग द रेट पर आवर. %50 of the material cost, Darshan. Further, it can be absorbed on the basis of machine hour also. That is overheads divided by machine hour. If the department is labor intensive, then we absorb the overheads on the basis of labor hour. If the department, that is the production department, is machine intensive, machine on the basis of mostly on the basis of machine job, so we will absorb the overheads on the basis of machine hours. Further, overheads can be absorbed on the basis of number of units also. That is overheads divided by number of units. Further, one more basis that is not used much on the basis of labor cost, ये hardly use होता है. So it can be absorbed on the basis of labor cost also, that is overheads divided by labor cost into 100. So these are the various bases of absorption of overhead. When talking about if we are absorbing on the basis of hours, then we'll be getting the rate per hour. And if we are absorbing on the basis of some amount, then we will be calculating it in percentage form. I request you guys to please copy this part. And further, if you guys have any queries on absorption, then you guys can please post your queries. Again, Miss Noor Jamila, we are using the budgeted data, that is estimated data. I'll be discussing this part also, don't worry. Yes, Darshan, this is done after reapportionment. As I told you, there are various stages of distribution and absorption, wherein the first step is estimation of overheads. Again, the cost is all what about estimated data. ये जो cost calculation, cost sheet, whatever we do prepare, this is an estimated data, not an actual data. So first we estimate the overheads, thereafter we allocate the overhead, thereafter we apportion the overhead. Once the overheads are allocated and apportioned, the overheads of the service department are reapportioned to the production department. And once we get the total overheads of production department, we will absorb the overheads and we will calculate the absorption rate, and that rate is used to charge, that rate is used to charge the overheads of these production department to a particular product or to a particular job to calculate the total cost. So absorption is the last step of distribution and absorption of overheads. I have multiplied it by 100, but in case of number of units, we'll be getting the rate per unit. Okay, this information from examination point of view and from practical question point of view, Rajiv Kumar, this information will always be given in the question. But yes, as far as the estimation is concerned, it is estimated by the company or the management. Good morning, Bhumika. Very good. I request you guys to please copy the explanation. Herein we will be getting the answer in percentage. Herein also will be getting the answer in percentage. Herein we'll be getting the overhead rate per labor hour, overhead rate per machine hour, overhead per unit, and again herein we will be getting the answer in percentage. When talking about which method is the most appropriate method, guys, if the department is more on the basis of material, then on the basis of percentage of direct material. If the department is labor intensive, then on the basis of labor hours. If the department is machine intensive, then yes, on the basis of machine hours. और कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, if you are not being able to figure out, then generally the overheads are absorbed on the basis of labor hours. If labor hours are not given, then machine hours. Very good morning, Krishna. So these are the various methods of absorption of overhead. Krishna, please copy this part, my dear. Krishna, I have explained what all are the methods of absorption of overhead. In the previous question, we discussed wherein we absorb the overheads on the basis of labor hours or machine hours. So herein now I have discussed all the methods how to absorb the overheads. So nothing important. Now guys, let's move towards the next part of the chapter. We are done with distribution, allocation and apportionment and absorption of overheads. So now guys, let's start with the next part of the chapter. That is under or over absorption of overhead. So now let's start. Guys, this costing is all what about estimated data. We use estimated data only to calculate the cost. Whether it is direct material cost, we use estimated direct material, we use estimated direct labor, we do estimate our direct expenses. As far as overhead is also concerned, we use only the estimated data, whether it is at the factory level, whether it is at the office level, or whether it is at the selling and distribution level. So this costing, the calculation is of cost is all what about estimated data. Estimated data. We use estimated data to calculate the cost. So the absorption rate, what we do calculate is also an estimated rate. I repeat again, guys. The absorption rate, what we do calculate is also an estimated rate. We can call it as a predetermined rate or budgeted rate. Because the overheads what we have used is an estimated overhead. The labor hours or machine hours also we are using to absorb the overheads are also the estimated data. So the absorption rate what we do calculate is also an estimated rate or budgeted rate. Now, when the actual figures are out, the actual overhead rate may differ from the budgeted rate or predetermined rate or absorption rate. So the difference between the overheads as per predetermined rate and actual overhead is what we call as the under or over absorption of overhead. So what is under or over absorption of overhead? Difference between overheads as per predetermined rate. Difference between overheads as per predetermined rate, we can call it as absorption rate also, budgeted rate also. So the difference between overheads as per predetermined rate and actual overheads is under oblique over absorption of overheads. The difference between the overheads as per predetermined rate and actual overhead is under or over absorption of overhead. When talking about the overheads as per predetermined rate, we can call it as absorbed overheads. We can call it as absorbed overheads. So in simple terms, we can say the difference between the absorbed overheads and actual overhead is what we call as the under or over absorption of overhead. Anupam Tiwari sir, how it is possible to take so perfect estimated data? See, the overheads are estimated depending upon the past data, overall the market trend. So more or less it is, I mean, it is not equal to the actual figures, but yes, it is somewhat nearby to the actual figures. So further, if there is any difference between the overheads as per predetermined rate and the actual overhead, we call it as under or over absorption of overhead. There is a query, sir. Soumyakant Raut, sir, why absorption is required? See, with the help of absorption, in absorption, we do calculate the absorption rate, and that rate is used to charge the overheads of the production department to a particular product or to a particular job to calculate the total cost. So that's why we do require this absorption rate. So now, when talking about under or over absorption, difference between the overheads as per predetermined rate or budgeted rate and actual overhead is under or over absorption of overhead. When talking about overhead as per predetermined rate, we will be using the term absorbed overheads. So two situations are possible, wherein the first is under absorption and the second is over absorption. Now the name itself says under absorbed. It means what? If the overheads absorbed are less than actual overheads, we can say it is under absorbed. What is under absorption? If the absorbed overhead, that is this one, overheads as per predetermined rate. If the absorbed overheads are less, it means under absorbed than actual overheads. It is under absorption. And over absorption, it means what? Absorbed overheads are more than actual overheads. It is over absorption. So under absorption means what? Absorbed overheads are less. Over absorption means what? Absorbed overheads are more. So this is the way you guys have to identify that what is under absorption or over absorption. I repeat again, when talking about under absorption, it means absorbed overheads are less than actual overheads. When talking about over absorption, absorbed overheads are more than actual overheads. That is over absorption. Let me discuss this concept with the help of an example. Let's say my budgeted overheads are 12 lakhs. Let's say labor hours sorry, 6 lakh hours. So we can easily calculate the absorption rate that is 12 lakh divided by rupees 6 lakh hours. So we'll be getting the rate rupees 2 per hour. Now, when talking about the actual data, let's say actual hours were 5,50,000 hours. And further, when talking about actual overheads, let's say in first case and second case. In first case, let's assume that the actual overheads are 12,20,000. And in second case, let's say actual overheads are 10 lakh. I repeat again, guys. The budgeted overheads are 12 lakh. The budgeted hours is 6 lakh. So we can easily calculate the absorption rate, that is 12 lakh divided by 6 lakh. So this is what my absorption rate, or we can say our predetermined rate, or budgeted rate. Now, when talking about the actual data, the actual labor hours were 5,50,000 and the actual overheads, let's take two situations, 12,20,000 and 10 lakh. Now, let's start with the solution. The first step of calculation of under and over absorption of overhead is that we will calculate the overheads as per predetermined rate. We call them as absorbed overheads. So 5,50,000 are my actual hours. And if the overheads are incurred at the rate rupees 2 per hour, that is at the budgeted rate, then my absorbed overheads will be how much? 11 lakh. So these are my absorbed overheads. Now let's take these two situations, first and second. Now, what if in case if my actual overheads are 12 lakh 20,000? Now my absorbed overheads are 11 lakh and my actual overheads are 12 lakh 20,000. So it means what? My overheads absorbed are less than actual overheads. My overheads absorbed are less than actual overheads. My overheads absorbed are less than actual overhead by 1,20,000. So we call it as 1,20,000 under absorption. So if overhead absorbed are less, it is under absorption. Soumyakant Raut, I repeat again, my dear, the major purpose of allocation, apportionment is what? See, the major purpose of allocation, distribution and absorption is what? To charge the overheads to a particular product or to a particular job to calculate the total cost. So the first step is allocation or apportionment, wherein we will distribute the overheads cost that is incurred as a whole to the various production department. Once the cost is distributed to various production department and service department, thereafter we reapportion the overheads of service department to various production department. Now the cost is distributed. We have to charge this cost to a particular job or to particular product to calculate the total cost. So the answer to this question is via absorption, wherein we first calculate the absorption rate and that rate is used to charge the overheads. I have discussed this part in detail in the previous session. Further, there is a query from Manisha Singh. The definition of overhead, very simple, Manisha. When talking about overhead, it means what? The indirect cost. That is, whether it is indirect material, whether it is indirect labor, or whether it is indirect expenses, all will be treated as overheads. These overheads can be incurred at three stages. That is factory, admin, and factory, office and admin, and selling and distribution. So when talking about the second case, herein my absorbed overheads are 1 lakh and my actual overheads are 10 lakh. So herein my absorbed overheads are less. Sorry, my absorbed overheads are more than actual overhead. Herein my absorbed overheads are more than my actual overheads. So absorbed overheads are more. It means over absorption. By how much? 1 lakh. So this is the concept of over absorption and under absorption. See, this costing is all what about estimated data. The overheads what we are allocating, apportioning, distributing, all is an estimated data. So the absorption rate what we are calculating is also an estimated rate. When the actual figures are out, the overheads, actual overheads may differ from the overheads as per predetermined rate. So the difference between these two is what we call as under or over absorption of overhead. If you guys have any doubts, any queries, then please post your queries. Further, copy this explanation. It will help you while revising for the exams. And further, Soumyakant and Manisha Singh, hopefully your query is resolved. Giving you 5 minutes time to 3 minutes time to please copy this part. And further, if you want, you guys can put up the queries. Waiting for your queries, guys. Shubham, herein, Shubham, as discussed, my dear, there are various methods of the absorption of overhead. So in this question, I am absorbing the overheads on the basis of labor hours. If in question it is given that you have to absorb on the basis of percentage of material cost, then I would have calculated the absorption rate accordingly. Soumya Kant, hopefully your query is resolved. Manisha Singh. See, Shubham, there are various methods of absorption of overhead, that is on the basis of material cost, on the basis of labor cost, on the basis of prime cost. Further, we can absorb the overheads on the basis of machine hours. Herein we'll be getting the rate per hour. Further, on the basis of labor hours, machine hours, then on the basis of number of units. So there are various methods of absorption of overhead. So herein in this question, I'm absorbing the overheads on the basis of labor hours. Waiting for your query, guys. Soumyakant, Anupam, Darshan, Noor Jamila, Rajiv Kumar, Diksha, Suraj, Rajesh, Rajiv, Rushita, Kiran Shukla. See, the overheads are to be charged at the rate of rupees 2 per hour as per the budgeted data. So herein, if my actual hours are 5,50,000, it means as per the budgeted rate, how much should be my overhead? How much should be my absorbed overheads? That is 11 lakh. See, Anupam, this overhead absorption rate costing is all what about estimated data. So अगर आप कुछ estimate करते हैं तो जब actual results out होते हैं तो estimation और actual के बीच में कुछ तो difference आएगा ही. So that difference in overheads is what we call as the under or over absorption of overhead. फर्दर जैसे आप अपने पर्सनल लाइफ में टारगेट रखते हैं कि आज मुझे 3 चैप्टर रिवाइज करने हैं, बट बाय द एंड ऑफ द डे क्या आप एग्जैक्टली 3 चैप्टर रिवाइज कर पाते हैं क्या? नहीं. या तो आप 2 चैप्टर में ही खत्म कर देते हैं, या सपोज इफ यू आर स्टडिंग वेरी एफिशिएंटली शायद आप 4 चैप्टर भी रिवाइज कर पाते हैं. तो फॉर श्योर हमेशा ऐसा होता ही है कि एस्टिमेटेड और एक्चुअल डेटा में कुछ ना कुछ डिफरेंस आता ही है, शुभम. That is not that important, Darshan. Whatever the part that is important, I'm covering. Don't worry. Anyone else having any doubts? Yes, Soumya Kant. Any doubts? I'll be putting up a question in front of you, so giving you enough of time to put. You can please post your queries because thereafter I want correct answer from all of you guys. So under absorption means what? Overheads absorbed are less. Over absorption means what? Overheads absorbed are more. You can memorize in this way also. Okay. So I hope you guys have copied this part. When talking about the questions from examination point of view, if you are thorough with the concept, you can solve any type of question. So the point is that you have to practice a lot. If you want to crack the exams further, you have to be good in concepts. So 2 points. First and the foremost thing in costing that you should be thorough with the concept. Try to memorize the concepts rather than formulas and try to practice as much as possible and as many as question possible, Suraj. So guys, now let's start with a question. I'm putting up a question in front of you wherein my budgeted overheads are 10 lakh. My budgeted hours is 4 lakh. My actual hours five lakh and my actual overheads 11 lakh 50,000. You have to calculate under or over absorption. Waiting for your answers, guys. Akshay Kumar, nothing is good, nothing is bad. If there is under absorption, will increase the cost of the product. If it is over absorption, will reduce the cost of product. So I'll be discussing the treatment. Don't worry, my dear. Very good. Waiting for the final answer, Shubham. Suraj, thank you so much, my dear. Okay, let me check, Shubham. Incorrect answer, Shubham. You have posted absorbed overheads. Okay, so Darshan, your answer is incorrect. Diksha, correct answer. Anupam, incorrect answer. Suman Banerjee, correct answer. Miss Guduri, very good morning, my dear. Your answer is correct. Darshan, please check your answer. Further, Shubham, please do check your answer. Darshan, first post the correct answer. Your answer is incorrect. I'll be discussing the treatment. Don't worry. Miss Mathias, your answer is correct. Still waiting for the answers. Okay, I've got answer from many of you guys now. So Soumya Kant, very good correct answer. Miss Bhumika, you have to post whether it is under or over absorption of overhead. So waiting for the complete answer. Okay, Nalini, incorrect answer. Anupam, yes, it is correct answer. Vaishali Bindal, very good morning, my dear. Your answer is yes, correct answer. Arya, correct answer, but yes, please post the complete answer. Shubham, you have calculated absorbed overheads. I am talking about under or over absorption of overhead. Akshay Kumar, again, I think guys, you are not aware or thorough with the concept. Why, guys, do make a note of it. If absorbed overheads are less, under absorption. If absorbed overheads are more, it means over absorption. Try to memorize the concept in this way. If the absorbed overheads are less, it means under absorption. If absorbed overheads are more, it is over absorption. Yes, Darshan, now it is correct. Kiran Shukla, I'm surprised your answer is incorrect, my dear. Okay, Mr. Anandan, incorrect answer. Dhruti, correct answer. Akshay Kumar, now your answer is correct. Still, I'm surprised you are not being able to answer. I want correct answer from every one of you. So let me solve this question. The first step is what? Absorption rate. Wherein 10 lakh divided by 4 lakh, so you'll be getting the 2.5 per hour. Now we'll calculate absorbed overheads. That will be actual hours 5 lakh into 2.5. So this will be 12 lakh 50,000. Now my absorbed overheads are 12 lakh 50,000 and my actual overheads are how much? 11 lakh 50,000. So herein my absorbed overheads are more. So if my absorbed overheads are more, it means what? We call it as over absorption. So herein we can call it as 1 lakh over absorption. Bhumika, it is over absorption, not under absorption. Herein my absorbed overheads are how much? 12 lakh 50. Absorbed overheads are more. It means over absorption. If absorbed overheads are less, it is under absorption. Yes, Krishna. Yes, now it is correct. So guys, do make a note of it. अगर absorbed overheads ज्यादा है तो over absorption. Absorbed overheads कम है तो under absorption. Less than under. I mean less than under. If more than over. This is the way you guys can memorize. Request you guys to please copy the solution. Yes. No worries, Bhumika. No worries, Anandan. So guys, one more question for you guys. So my budgeted overheads are 12 lakh. My budgeted hours are 4 lakh. So actual hours are 5 lakh and actual overheads are 13 lakh 50,000. So waiting for your answers, guys. Now, quick. Now this time I want correct answer from all of you guys. Okay, so Anupam Tiwari, please post the complete answer. Anyways, your answer is correct. Shubham, very good correct answer. Miss Priyanka, correct answer. Okay, so Darshan, perfect. Your answer is correct. Diksha, correct answer. Nehal Patel. Now your answer is incorrect. Please check your answer, Nehal. Okay, Miss Modam, Miss Mohad, Miss Matthias, your answer is correct. Vaishali Bindal, I'm surprised your answer is incorrect. Nehal Patel and Vaishali, please check your answer. Noor Jamila, please post the complete answer. Rushita, please post the complete answer. Suman Banerjee, correct. Suman, again incorrect answer. So Nehal, Vaishali, Suman. Bhumika, now your answer is correct. Rajiv Kumar, Miss Singh, Rajiv Kumar. Over absorption with what amount, Miss Singh? Miss Anandun, again incorrect answer. Raj Patel, incorrect answer. Rajiv Kumar, please post the complete answer. Shukla, yes, very good, correct answer. Miss Jayanti, correct answer. Now it is correct. Nehal Patel, Manisha Singh, correct answer. Arya, correct answer. Darshan, thank you so much, my dear. Rushita, correct answer. Soumyakant, correct answer. Akshay, Nalini, correct answer. Rajiv Kumar, if it is greater than what it means, I just want the final answer, Rajiv. Raj Patel, surprised, incorrect answer. Miss Guduri, again incorrect answer, my dear. Please check your answer. Vaishali, yes, now this time your answer is correct. Very good, Vaishali. Vaibhav Agrawal, incorrect answer. Manisha Singh, correct answer. Miss Dhruti Kumari, correct answer. Rajesh K, I understand आपने क्या लिखा है, but again I want the answer, that is important. So please post the complete answer. Nehal Patel. Okay, I've got answer from Nehal Patel also, and Vaishali Bindal. Where is Vaishali? Mr. Anandun, again incorrect answer, my dear. Vaibhav Agrawal, incorrect answer. Suman Banerjee, now your answer is correct. So again, we will first calculate the absorption rate. The first step, absorption rate, that is 12 lakh divided by 4 lakh. So this is the first step, 3 rupees. Then absorbed overheads. How much are my absorbed overheads? 5 lakh into 3, that is 15 lakh. 5 lakh into 3, that is 15 lakh are my absorbed overheads. Now next, my absorbed overheads are 15 lakh. My actual overheads are 13 lakh 50,000. This is my absorbed overheads. So here in my absorbed overheads are more. If it is more, it means over absorption. One lakh 50,000. Syed Yasir Ahmed, very good morning. It's the first time you are posting a query, so your answer is correct. Sonali Chavan, incorrect answer. Noor Jamila, correct answer. Syed Yasir Ahmed, it's for the first time I got your answer. Now, I think there are some connection issues. Very good, Miss Sana, very good. Raj Patel, now it is correct. I hope, Vishali, now you are thorough with the concept because I do. Yes, I have got correct answer now. So for the students who are not getting correct answer, guys, explaining once again, the first step is absorption rate. The second step is absorbed overheads. Now, if absorbed overheads are more, it is over absorption. If absorbed overheads are less, it is under absorption. Singh Rajiv Kumar, Vaibhav Agrawal, yes, I'm getting your answer. Even I mentioned your name, but you have posted under absorption by 0.375. That is incorrect answer. Please check. This is the way you have to solve the question. Vaibhav Agrawal, I'm getting your answer, but your answer was incorrect. You have posted under absorption with 0.375. It is over absorption. Now, Ms. Guduri, your answer is correct. So this is all what about under or over absorption of overhead. Enough of discussion on this part. Now guys, let's start with the treatment of under or over absorption. एक बार under or over absorption आपने निकाल लिया है. Now what will be the treatment? So let's start with treatment of under oblique over absorption of overheads. One second, guys. Now, when talking about the treatment of under or over absorption of overhead, if the amount of under oblique over absorption is nominal, it's a very small amount, then transfer it to costing P&L. If the amount of under or over absorption is a very nominal amount, I mean it's a very small amount, then whatever the amount of under or over absorption is, transfer it to costing P&L. So transfer it to costing P&L. If the amount of under or over absorption is substantial, it's a huge amount, then if it is due to inefficiency, lack of proper planning, wrong estimation, or any abnormal reason. So if the amount of under or over absorption is substantial, costing profit and loss account, Krishna, yes, your answers are correct. I have mentioned it also. So if it is of a substantial amount, if the amount of under or over absorption is substantial, and if it is due to inefficiency or lack of proper planning or wrong estimation or due to abnormal reason, मतलब कि अंडर और ओवर अब्जॉर्प्शन जो हो रहा है वो इस वजह से हो रहा है, दैट इज आइदर इनएफिशिएंसी, lack of proper planning, wrong estimation, or abnormal reason, then whatever the amount of under or over absorption is, transfer it to costing profit and loss account. Further, any other case, that is either due to inflation or etc etc, if it is due to normal reasons or inflation that is covered in any other case, what we do is calculate supplementary rate and then charge under oblique over absorption to cost of sales, finished goods, and work in progress. I'll be discussing this part practically. So if it is of a very small amount, nominal amounts, so whatever the under or over absorption is, transfer it to costing P&L. If it is of substantial amount, bada amount involved hai, then check if it is due to abnormal reasons or due to lack of proper planning or estimation, or if it is due to inefficiency of workers, then whatever the amount of under or over absorption of overheads is, transfer it to costing P&L. But if it is due to normal reasons or due to inflation, then yes, what we do is we do calculate the supplementary rate, and that rate is used to charge the under or over absorption to cost of sales, finished goods, and work in progress. So this is the treatment of under or over absorption of overhead. I request you guys to please copy this part. Further, I request you guys to please be ready with the study material. I'll be discussing few questions of study material. So please open your study material. First, please copy and then open your study material. Whatever the difference is due to wrong estimation, it will be transferred to costing P&L. See, we will charge it to the cost of sales or finished goods. We will increase or decrease the cost if it is due to inflation. So we have to go as per the market, Jayanti. Yes, my dear. Yes, Darshan. I'm discussing practical question number 8 of study material. I request you guys to please open practical question number 8. Page number is 4.66. When talking about abnormal reasons, let's say if if there is a loss by fire or theft or it is due to any sort of accident. So these are the abnormal reasons. Will surely, Rushita, wait for some time, my dear. When talking about abnormal reasons, the reasons are more or less same as we will be discussing in abnormal loss. One of the reason can be machine breakdown also. I request you guys to please open your study material, page number 4.66, question number 8. So herein, let's start with practical question number 8. In a manufacturing unit, factory overheads was recovered at a predetermined rate of 25 per day. So herein, the absorption rate is given in the question, that is rupees per man day. Rupees 25 per man day. Further, the total factory overhead expenses incurred is 41,50,000 and the man days actually worked are 1,50,000. When talking about overheads, actual overheads, it is 41,50,000 and man days 1,50,000. Further, it is given that out of 40,000 units manufactured during a period, 30,000 were sold. It means 10,000 units are still in stock. On analyzing the reason, it was found that 60% of the under-absorbed overheads were due to defective planning, and rest were attributable to increase in overheads cost. Explain how you would explain how would under-absorbed overheads be treated in cost account. So let's start, guys. When talking about the solution part, we will first calculate the absorbed overheads. This will be 25 into 1,50,000. This will be 37,50,000. So my absorbed overheads are 37,50,000 and my actual overheads are 41,50,000. So my absorbed overheads are 37,50,000 and my actual overheads are 41,50,000. So my absorbed overheads are less than actual overheads. So we call it as under absorption. By 4 lakh. So this is the first step wherein we do calculate under or over absorption. Now, further it is mentioned in the question that 60% is due to defective planning. %60 due to defective planning. So 40% due to normal reasons. So 24, that is 2,40,000 will be transferred to costing PM. And the balance amount, that is 1,60,000. We will calculate the supplementary rate. So, calculation of supplementary rate. The normal cost increase is 1,60,000 whole divided by. Now it is given in the question that out of 40,000 units were manufactured, 30,000 units were sold. It means total units manufactured were 40,000. Of this, 30,000 units were sold and 10,000 units are still in stock. So the supplementary rate will be 1,60,000 divided by 40,000. That is rupees 4 per unit. So when talking about my cost of sales, my cost of sales will be increased by, will be debited with 30,000 into 4, that is 1,20,000. That is 30,000 into 4, and finished goods will be debited with 10,000 into 4, that is 40,000. So this is how 1,60,000 that is due to normal reasons will be treated in books of accounts. When talking about finished goods, it will be increased by 40,000, and when talking about cost of sales, it will be increased by 1,20,000. So this will be the treatment of 1,60,000. And as far as this 2,40,000 is concerned, it is transferred to costing P&L. If you guys have any queries, you guys can please post your queries. Further, I request you guys to please copy the solution. Very good, Guduri. Very good, Bhumika. Yes, if the difference is of nominal amount, it will be directly transferred to costing P&L. Yes, Darshan. Any doubts? Vaishali, Darshan, Vaibhav Agrawal, Krishna, Nehal Patel, Raj Patel, Miss Sana, Noor Jamila, Rushita, Manisha, Akshay Kumar, Nalini, Kiran. Any doubts, guys? Yes, Diksha, well said. Okay, Anupam. So when talking about the supplementary rate, this 1,60,000 divided by, see this, we do calculate the supplementary rate and we charge that supplementary rate to the cost of goods sold, that is the units sold, plus the finished goods, plus if there is any work in progress, then yes, work in progress also. So herein 1,60,000 is due to normal cost increase. So 1,60,000 divided by the units sold, that is 30,000, plus the units that is stock, that is 10,000. So 1,60,000 divided by 40,000, we are getting a supplementary rate of ₹4 per unit. So when talking about the distribution of 1,60,000, the cost of sales will be debited with 30,000 into 4, that is 1,20,000, and finished goods will be debited with 10,000 into 4, that is 40,000. This is how 1,60,000 will be dealt in books of accounts. Yes, Darshan. Thank you so much, Manisha. Hanji Vaishali. Yes, Kiran. Now let's start with question number 7 of the practical question number 7, same page number 4.66. So let's start with practical question number 7. So in a factory, debit the cost of sales will be transferred to costing P&L, and the finished goods, it will be added to the cost of finished goods. So in factory, overheads of a particular department are recovered on the basis of rupees 5 per machine hour. I repeat again, guys, I'm discussing practical question number 7. So in a factory, overheads of particular production department are recovered on the basis of rupees 5 per machine hour. So herein, the total expenses incurred and the actual machine hours were 80,000 and 10,000 respectively. Of this amount of 80,000, 15,000 becomes payable due to an award of labor code, and 5,000 was in respect of expenses of previous year booked in current year. So again, these expenditures will not form part of actual overheads because these expenses are due to abnormal reasons. So it will not form part of actual overhead while calculating under or over absorption of overheads. So herein, when talking about the actual hours, we'll be taking 10,000 hours. And talking about actual overheads, the actual overheads are 80,000 minus paid due to award by labor code. $15,000 and previous year expenses. So my actual overheads will be 60,000. Now we'll calculate the absorbed overheads first. Wherein 10,000 hours into 550,000 are my absorbed overheads. Now let me complete the question first. On analyzing the reason, it was found that the under absorbed overheads was due to 60% of the under absorbed overhead was due to defective planning, and rest was attributable to normal cost increase. Show the treatment of over or under absorption in cost accounts. So herein, when talking about my absorbed overheads are 50,000 and my actual overheads are 60,000. So therefore, it is an under absorption of rupees. We will be comparing these two figures. Actual overheads are 60,000, absorbed overheads are 50,000. So there is an under absorption of 10,000 rupees. Further, it is given 60% due to defective planning. That is 6,000 is to be transferred to costing P&L. And 40% due to normal reasons, normal increase, that is rupees 4,000. We'll calculate the supplementary rate. Further, it is given in the question that actual production was 40,000 units, out of which 30,000 units were sold. So herein again, calculation of $4,000 divided by 30,000 units plus 10,000 units so 0.10 will be my supplementary rate. When talking about cost of sales, it will be increased by 30,000 into 0.1, that is 3,000, and finished goods will be debited by 10,000 into 0.1, that is 1,000. This is how we will deal with 4,000 rupees. If you guys have any doubts, you guys can please post your query. Debit hoga Vishali. I request you guys to please copy the solution. If you guys have any query, you guys can please post your query. So let's start with one more question. We are discussing practical question number 11. I request you guys to please open practical question number 11. So let's start with practical question number 11. ABC Limited manufactures a single product and absorb the production overhead at a predetermined rate of rupees 10 per machine hour. So overhead absorption rate is given, that is rupees 10 per machine hour. Further, at the end of current financial year, it was found that the actual overheads incurred were 6 lakh. Of this, it includes 45,000 on account of return of obsolete stores and 30,000 being the wages paid for strike period under an award. So when talking about actual overheads, we'll take the normal actual overheads. Herein it is given that 45,000 was on account, it includes 45,000 on account of return of obsolete stores and 30,000 being the wages paid for the strike period. So these are not the normal items. So the total actual overheads are 6 lakh. minus 45,000 minus 30,000. So 6 lakh minus 45,000 minus 30,000. That is 5 lakh 25,000 are my normal actual overheads. Further, it is given in the question that total finished goods manufactured were 20,000. Work in progress was 8,000 units, which were 50% complete. So herein we will calculate the equivalent number of units. I'll be discussing this part in detail in process costing. Further, the sales out of 20,000 units, 18,000 units were sold in the market. So 2,000 units are still in stock. The actual machine hours worked during the period is 48,000 hours. So actual hours are 48,000 hours. It has been found that 1/3 of the under absorption of production overhead was due to lack of production planning, and the rest were attributable to normal increase in cost. You are required to calculate the under and over absorption of overhead and the treatment thereof. So guys, let's start with this question. We will first calculate the absorbed overheads. And that will be 10 into 48,000. That is 4,80,000. So I have my actual overheads. I have absorbed overheads. So my absorbed overheads are less than actual overheads. So here it is under absorption. Under absorption of 45,000. Because my absorbed overheads are less than actual overheads, therefore there is an under absorption of 45,000. Of this 45,000, it is given in the question that 1/3 of the under absorption of production overhead was due to lack of production planning. So 1/3 due to lack of planning. If it is due to lack of proper planning, wrong estimation, abnormal reasons, then it is to be transferred to costing P&L. So 15,000 rupees is to be transferred to costing P&L. Now the 2/3 amount, that is 30,000, we will calculate the supplementary rate. Now, calculation of so 30,000 divided by. Now herein it is given that out of 20,000 finished goods, 18,000 finished goods were sold. So 18,000 units were sold. It means 2,000 units are still in stock. Now I told you that it will be charged as we will calculate the supplementary rate, and it will, by using that supplementary rate, we will charge the under or over absorption to finished goods, cost of sales, and work in progress also. So herein the work in progress is 8,000 units that are 50% complete. It means what? 4,000 units will be 100% complete. We will calculate the equivalent number of units of work in progress. What is the concept behind equivalent number of units? I'll be discussing this part in detail in process costing. But in simple terms, if 8,000 units are 50% complete, it means what? We will assume that 4,000 units are 100% complete. Let's say if 8,000 units are 60% complete, it means 4,800 units, that is 8,000 into 60%, that is 4,800 units are 100% complete. So 8,000 units that are 50% complete will take the equivalent number of units. This is work in progress. So my supplementary rate will be 30,000 divided by 24,000. This will be 1.25. So per unit. So when talking about cost of sales, it will be increased by 18,000 into 1.25. 20 to 500. When talking about finished goods, it will be 2000 into 1.25. And when talking about work in progress, it will be 4000 into 1.25. This is how we will deal with 30,000. Yes, it will form part of closing stock, but the closing stock can be of three types. That is closing stock of raw material, work in progress, and finished goods. Bhumika, I think it is 5,25,000, my dear. It is not 552. The actual production overheads were 6 lakh. Of this, 45,000 and 30,000. If we subtract, we will get 5,25,000. Bhumika, please recheck your answer. See, again, when talking about this 22,500, it will be added to the cost of sales. It means we have to transfer it to costing P&L only. कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स हमारा कहां पे जाता है? कॉस्टिंग पीएनएल में. सो 22,500 भी हमारा कहां पे जाएगा? कॉस्टिंग पीएनएल में. एंड इट विल रिड्यूस द प्रॉफिट बाय 22,500. No worries, Bhumika. So anyways, this amount is transferred to costing P&L only. However, when talking about the presentation, it will be added in cost of sales, and the cost of sales is anyways transferred to costing P&L. So ultimate impact जो है इसका costing P&L पे ही आएगा. If you guys have any queries, you guys can please post of your queries. Enough of discussion on treatment. Now I'll be putting a question in front of you. So I want correct answers from every one of you. So giving you 2 minutes time, please, whatever the queries you have, the conceptual queries or the calculation part, you guys can please post your query. Else I'll put up a question in front of you. Yes, you can. Bhumika, denominator part, please explain. So see, total 20,000 units were manufactured. Of this, 18,000 units were sold. 2,000 units are still in stock. And these units are work in progress, which are 50% complete. So 8,000 units that are 50% complete, it means equivalent number of units will be 4,000. If 10,000 units are 40% complete, it means 4,000 units are 100% complete. This amount will be added to the cost of finished goods and this amount will be added to the cost of work in progress. See, the units are not complete. So, this 2000 units are 100% complete and 8000 units are 50% complete. So, these are still in process. Yes, Darshan. So, guys, now enough of discussion. So now let's start. Let me give you a question. I request you guys to please solve the question. Anupam Tiwari, it's logical only, my dear, because anyways we are charging the difference that is due to normal reasons. I mean, we are distributing the under or over absorption that is due to normal reason to finished goods, cost of units sold and work in progress. Because तीन तरह के यूनिट्स हमने मैन्युफैक्चर किए, कुछ यूनिट्स जो अभी भी स्टॉक में है, कुछ यूनिट्स हमने बेच दी और कुछ अभी भी प्रोसेस में है. तो जो भी डिफरेंस आया है वो इन तीनों में ही डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होगा, माय डियर. No, it is not finished goods, Sudhanshu Shekhar. These units are still in process, but to calculate the supplementary rate, we do calculate the equivalent number of units. What is the concept of equivalent number of units? I'll be discussing that part in detail in process costing. So don't worry, Sudhanshu. लॉजिक क्या है ऐड करने का? अगेन आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू. बिकॉज हमने ओवरहेड्स जो कॉस्ट कैलकुलेट की है वो एस्टिमेटेड डेटा पे की है. सो वी हैव टू रिवाइज द कॉस्ट एज पर द एक्चुअल फिगर्स. Because the actual data is after considering the inflation also or normal cost increase also. That's why that is due to inflation or normal cost increase, we have to increase the cost. But if it is due to abnormal reasons, we will transfer directly to the costing P&L part. So now a question for you. Just a second, guys. I request you guys to please solve the question. Waiting for your answers, guys, now. This is the question. I'm waiting for the answers. And plus, before starting with the question, do read the question carefully. Again, this is the question for you, Kiran Shukla. So, uh, enough of discussion on this part. It's up to you whether you consider it or not. So, waiting for your answer, guys. So, when talking about the question, the absorption rate is rupees 4 per hour. The actual hours are 50,000. However, it includes overtime hours of 5,000. Actual overheads are 2,80,000. Actual overheads include 10,000 paid to worker as awarded by Labour Court, 20,000 paid for strike period, 5,000 written off on account of obsolete store. It has been observed that two-thirds of the under or over absorption was due to inflation and balance due to inefficiency. Further, the units manufactured were 10,000. Out of this, 8,000 units were sold. Further, units in process, 5,000 units that are 60% complete and 4,000 units that are 50% complete. Calculate the under or over absorption of overhead and the treatment thereof. It is 10,000. It is not 1,000. It is 10,000. So waiting for your answers, guys. Let's see who answer first. First, the point is under or over absorption of overhead. Second point, you guys have to calculate the supplementary rate. And the third point is the treatment. Okay, I've got answer from Himanshu Pathak, Sudhanshu Shekhar. Himanshu, incorrect answer. Sudhanshu, incorrect answer. Darshan, incorrect answer. The actual overheads are 2,80,000. Anupam Tiwari, your answer is correct. Very good, Anupam. So I have got correct answer from Anupam. Darshan, incorrect answer. Suman Banerjee, incorrect answer. Mr. Sundar, incorrect answer. Rajesh K, incorrect answer. So Miss Noor Jamila, your answer is correct and perfect answer, Noor. Very good, Noor Jamila. Your answer is correct. Arya, incorrect answer. Darshan, incorrect answer. Bhumika, incorrect answer. Kiran Shukla, incorrect answer. I'm getting correct. I have got correct answer from Noor Jamila and Anupam, I think. So I've got correct answer from Anupam and Noor Jamila only. Rest everybody's answer is incorrect. Kiran Shukla, incorrect answer. Bhumika, incorrect answer. Rajiv Kumar Singh, incorrect answer. Manisha Singh, incorrect answer. Akshay Kumar, incorrect answer. So I've got correct and complete answer from Noor Jamila and Anupam. Guys, again I'm telling you, read the question carefully. क्वेश्चन में काफी यूजलेस चीजें होती है, उसे इग्नोर कीजिए. सुमन बैनर्जी, इनकरेक्ट आंसर. मनीषा सिंह, इनकरेक्ट आंसर. अक्षय कुमार, इनकरेक्ट आंसर. भूमिका, इनकरेक्ट आंसर. किरण शुक्ला, इनकरेक्ट आंसर. हिमांशु, सुधांशु, दर्शन, भूमिका, मिस महतिया, किरण, प्लीज चेक योर आंसर. मिस्टर लोगस सुंदर. Now I have got one more correct answer from Manisha Singh. Manisha, now your answer is correct. Very good, Manisha. Okay, Rahul Mohanty, again, your answer is correct, but I'm waiting for the complete answer, Rahul. I don't know, Rajesh Kumar. Mr. Rajesh. Raj Patel, read the question carefully. Read the question carefully. Okay, now Rahul Mohanty, your answer is correct. Miss Guduri, your answer is incorrect. Okay, now I've got answer from Raj Patel. Raj Patel, you are asking me a question, so it's not the time to ask a question. I'm waiting for your answer. You have to find out that what is correct and what is incorrect. So Rushita Sharma, your answer is incorrect. Very good, Syed. Your answer is incorrect. Suraj Baset, your answer is incorrect. Mr. Logasundar, again your answer is incorrect. I request you guys to please read the question carefully. Specifically, Raj Patel, your answer is close to the correct answer. So waiting for the correct answer. Still, I have not got answers from many of you. I think Suman Banerjee, Bhumika, then Miss Priyanka, I think you have not posted the answer. Miss Anandun, Shukla, Jayanti, Vaibhav Agarwal, I have not got any answer from your end. Krishna, Sana, Nehal Patel, waiting for your answers, guys. Quick, the examiner is not going to give you that much of time. Sonali, waiting for your answer, my dear. Rajiv Kumar, Miss Rajiv Singh. Diksha Agrawal, again, you have not posted the answer. Arya, again, you have not posted the answer, Miss Arya. Okay, so I have got correct answer from Miss Singh Rajiv Kumar. Your answer is correct. Very good. Okay, now I've got correct answer from Sudhanshu Shekhar. 50% solution is correct. 50% is incorrect. Kiran Shukla, keep trying. Diksha Agarwal, incorrect answer. Rushita, Raj, Guduri, Rahul, your answer is correct anyways. Rajesh K. Keep on trying. Keep trying. I mean, Bhumika. Darshan, I think you have not posted the answer, correct answer till now. Miss Arya, I've got your answer, but it is incorrect. Suraj, again incorrect answer. So when talking about the solution, my absorbed overheads will be my absorbed overheads will be 50,000 into 4. Ignore overtime. Anyways, overtime is a part of normal hours only, so it is to be ignored. So 50,000 into 4, this will be my absorbed overheads. You have to ignore overtime hours. But yes, if it is abnormal idle time hours, then you have to reduce it. But as far as overtime hours, nothing to do with overtime hours. But yes, if it is abnormal idle time hours, then you have to reduce it from the actual hours. So herein, it will be treated as a normal part of duty hours. So 50,000 into 4, that is 2 lakh rupees. When talking about my actual overheads, it is 2,80,000 minus 10,000, 20,000 and 5,000. So 2,80,000 minus 20 plus 10, 30 plus 5 minus 35,000. Therefore, my actual overheads will be 2,45,000. So there is an under absorption. Since my absorbed overheads are less than actual overheads, so there is an under absorption of 45,000. Now it has been observed that 2/3 of under absorption of overhead was due to inflation. So 1/3 is 1/3 is due to inefficiency. So here, and that is the twist, 1/3 is due to inefficiency. Therefore, transfer to costing P&L, that is 15,000 is to be transferred to costing P&L. And for the balance 2/3 that is due to inflation, that is 30,000, we do calculate the supplementary rate. When talking about supplementary rate, total units manufactured were 10,000. Of this, 8,000 units were sold. 2,000 are still in stock. Now, when talking about the units in process, 5,000 units are 60% complete. It means 3,000 are the equivalent number of units and 4,000 units are 50% complete. It means 2,000 units are equivalent number of units. So units in process will be how much? 3 plus 2, 5,000. That is work in progress. So 8 plus 2, 10 plus 5, 15,000. So my supplementary rate will be ₹2 per unit. Yes, my dear. Again, it is an abnormal item, so it is to be again. Raj Patel, 30,000 is not to be transferred to costing P&L. It is given that it has been observed that 2/3 of under or over absorption overhead was due to inflation. That it is a normal increase, and balance is due to inefficiency. अब तक जो क्वेश्चंस दिए गए थे उसमें से आपको जो भी लैंग्वेज दी गई थी 60% is due to abnormal reason, 60% is due to inefficiency. So I have just twisted the language. Herein 2/3 is due to normal reasons and 1/3 is due to abnormal reasons. So that was the twist. I know, Darshan. Again, 10,000. It is awarded by court of law, again an abnormal item, so it is to be deducted from actual hours. Very good, Rushita. Now it is correct. Yes, Diksha. So काफी बार students बोलते हैं सर paper out of syllabus आया है. So the paper is not out of syllabus, or else many students say that examiner ने जबरदस्ती marks काट दिए हैं. So it's not like that, guys. The point is that आपने कहीं ना कुछ मिस्टेक किया है पेपर में. So herein one of the student, I think Raj Patel, he took 30,000, that is 30,000 is to be transferred to costing P&L, and 15,000 he calculated the supplementary rate because he didn't read the question carefully. So guys, the crux is half of the work is done if you read the question carefully. So do make a note of it, that read each and every word of question carefully, and plus ignore the information, ignore the unnecessary information that is given in the question. So herein this 5,000 overtime hours are just to confuse you guys. It has nothing to do with the solution. No worries, Sudhanshu. So the paper is not from out of syllabus. The point is that आपने क्वेश्चन अच्छे से पढ़ा नहीं और एग्जामिनर ने जबरदस्ती मार्क्स नहीं डिडक्ट किए. You have made a mistake, a slight mistake in the paper. So herein, this is the way you guys have to solve the question. So the question was not tricky. The point is you should stick to the concept. Read the question carefully. You can solve any type of question in exams. Last attempt paper was very difficult. It was lengthy, but again, the students who are thorough with the concept can easily solve that paper. Yes, I understand it was difficult to solve the paper in 3 hours from examination with examination pressure, but yes, the student can easily score 60 plus marks if they are thorough with the concept. Plus, they have done lots of hard work while solving the questions and all. So I hope you guys are clear with the concepts of treatment of under and over absorption of overhead. I hope now you'll be able to solve this question. I request you guys to please take the screenshot of the question and the solution. Further, Bhumika, Mr. Ahmed, Suraj, Bhumika, Diksha, Kiran, Sudhanshu, Rajesh, Suraj, Mr. Sundar, Syed Yasir Ahmed, Rushita, Guduri, then I think Akshay Kumar, Suman. I hope you guys are now done with it. I hope you guys are able to figure out that आपने कहाँ गलत किया. So please take the screenshot. So the question was very simple, guys, and the solution is equally very simple and easy. So no worries, guys. These sessions are conducted by ICI to make sure, for the students, and we try our level best to cover the concepts in detail. So anyways, guys, let's proceed further with the last part of the chapter, wherein we'll be discussing a question on calculation of machine hour rate. So I request you guys to please open your study material. We are left out with only 15 minutes. So I'll be discussing one question on calculation of machine hour rate. I'll be discussing illustration number 6. No worries, Akshay. That's completely okay. But you should learn from your mistakes. So let's start with illustration number 6, calculation of machine hour rate. This concept is very easy. So I'll be discussing, if the time permits, I'll be discussing 2 questions, else only 1 question. So let's start with illustration number 6 without wasting time. So a machine costing rupees 1 crore is expected to run for 10 years, and at the end of the period, its scrap value is likely to be 9 lakh. Further repairs during the whole life of the machine are expected to be 18 lakh, and the machine is expected to run for 4380 hours per year on an average. Further, its electricity consumption is 15 units per hour. The rate per unit is 5. So the per hour cost is 75. The machine occupies 1/4 of the area of the department and has 2 out of total 10 for lighting. The foreman has to devote about 1/6 of his time to the machine. The monthly rent of the department is 30,000 and the lighting charges are 8,000 per month. The foreman is paid a salary of rupees 19,200. Find out the machine hour rate assuming insurance at the rate of 1% per annum and the expenses of oil, etc. are 900 per month. So guys, these are the costs incurred to run a machine. We have to calculate the per hour rate of running the machine. So guys, the concept is very simple. We'll start with calculation of machine hour rate. Herein we'll divide the cost in 2 parts. That is fixed cost oblique standing cost. So the first part is the depreciation. The page number is 4.34. So let's start with depreciation. We'll be calculating it in monthly form. So 1 crore So this will be 75,833. Thereafter, the repairs will and electricity will form part of variable cost. Now, guys, in the next page, that is page number 4.35, the information is given as regards rent. So rent is given. The monthly rent is 30,000 and the machine occupies 1/4 of the area of the department. So rent is 30,000 and it occupies 1/4 of the area. So 30,000 divided by 4. This will be 7,500. Further lighting. When talking about the lighting cost, the lighting charges are 8,000 per month and has 2 points out of total 10 for lighting. So 8,000 into 2 divided by 10. This will be 1,600. Further, foreman salary is 19,000 and he has devoted 1/6 of his time for the machine. This will be 3,200. Thereafter, the insurance, 1 second, guys. Assuming insurance is 1% per annum. So 1 crore into 1%, that is 1 lakh divided by 12. So this will be 8,333 as the insurance cost. My insurance cost. Thereafter, the expenses on oil, etc. are 900 per month. So this much is the cost that is incurred. So we'll calculate the total fixed cost, that is 75,833 plus 7,500 plus 1,600 plus 3,200 plus 8,333 plus 900. So this will be 97,366. This is my total fixed cost. Now we'll calculate it on hourly basis. So this is the total fixed cost, and further it is given that the total number of hours that we are expected to run is 4,380 per year. So hours per year we are estimating is 4,380. So hours per month will be how much? 4,380 divided by 12, that is 365 hours per month. So herein the total, now if we divide it by machine hours, we'll prepare a separate column also. So fixed cost per hour will be how much? 97366 divided by 97366 divided by 365. That is 266.76. In this, we will add variable cost or running cost. Now repairs are treated as variable cost. So repairs, it is given in the question that the machine are expected to be, the repairs during the whole life of the machinery are expected to be 18 lakh. So here accordingly, 18 lakh divided by 10 years into 1 by 12 into the number of hours per month, that is 1 by 365. So we'll get the per hour rate. So 18 lakh divided by 10 divided by 12 divided by 365, 41.09. This will be my repair cost, that is 41.09. Thereafter, 41.0958. So 49.10 will take it. Thereafter, it is given in the question that the electricity consumption is 15 units per hour and the rate is rupees 5 per unit. So again, a variable cost. 15 units every hour and the rate is 5 per unit. So 75. This will be my electricity cost. Apart from this, I don't think there are any other cost. So we'll calculate the total cost and that will be the machine hour rate. That is 266.76 plus 41.10 plus 75. 382.86 is my final answer. 382.86 is my final answer. So this is how we will calculate the machine hour rate. Guys, this is the correct solution. Plus, there is a small mistake in the study material. You can get this rectified or revised study material over ICAI portal. So you can download the fresh study material from ICAI portal. There is a small mistake wherein they have considered insurance on 91 lakh rather than 1 crore. But the correct approach is that you should consider insurance amount on total 1 crore rather than 91 lakh. Yes, we are calculating on 1 crore only in Jamila. I request you guys to please check the updated study material on that is on there on ICAI portal. In that material, the insurance is calculated on 1 crore only. Okay, sir, did not get the rate per hour. So Kiran Shukla, you have to first calculate the fixed cost. The total fixed cost divided by 365, that is 97366 divided by 365, we'll get the per hour rate. When talking about repairs, the variable cost will be calculated per hour only. So 18 lakh divided by 10, this is for 1 year, this is for 1 month, and this is per hour. Further, when talking about electricity consumption also, they have mentioned that machine consumes 15 units per hour. So the per hour consumption is 15 units and per unit cost is 5. So we will calculate the total electricity cost as 75, that is 15 into 5. So this is how you have to calculate the machine hour rate. There are a few more questions in study material I want to discuss, but the time is running now and it's already 9:28. So if after all the sessions, if the institute allots one query session, I'll be discussing one more question on machine hour rate. Further, there was a query from Ishan based illustration number 8 of material cost. I do remember Ishan. I'll try to address your query in the query session only because again I have to devote I have to devote the time to a particular chapter and only limited lectures are allotted for every chapter. So guys, this is all what about overheads. I request you guys to please try and solve all the questions of study material plus the past practice manual. Try to solve as much as possible questions in writing. Don't do ticking. And further try to memorize the concept. Whatever you are doing, सबसे पहले strike होना चाहिए why I am doing this. So go with that approach that why I am doing this. Just keep doing this doesn't make sense. उससे आपके exams clear नहीं होंगे. First understand why we have to do this. What is the utility of the concept, and then apply the concept. Then memorize the concept and then apply the concept. So that is the best approach to solve a question and a concept. So guys, thank you so much for your time and patience. Thank you so much for your time and patience. Try solving all the questions. We'll be back with the next chapter, that is activity based costing. This chapter is in continuation of this chapter, overheads. So try to solve the questions of overheads. See you soon, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much.